Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderfall Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video, we're going to look for the other Warcry article. Obviously, we had one come out for the Tarantulas Brood, and now we've got the Darkoath Savages come out. We've got an article talking about all their abilities, all the things they can do, some of their cards, and we're going to go through this, talk a little bit about how they're going to affect the game, what we can expect from them, and also just generally get excited about this brand new Warcry box set because I am extremely excited for Red Harvest. So, Red Harvest is obviously coming out now. Alongside a whistle-stop tour of the Arcane's health and safety defying excavations, Red Harvest is your first chance to get hold of the Tarantulas Brood and the Darkoath Savages. So you can assume like we're going to get separate boxes for these, probably like Age of Sigmar boxes with a double stack of them as well, which would be cool for expanding. But these guys are really cool. These guys are straight out of Conan. I mean, this guy on the left here, you can see he is that Hero Quest Barbarian reimagined, which is just amazing. Absolutely love that model. And look, they're versing some of the, what are they? The Unmade, the ones with the masks, I'm pretty sure that's the name. And so, where many warbands prefer to worship chaos as a manifestation of some various creature, the Darkoath Savages take a straightforward approach. Screaming oaths and vows to the ruinous powers directly, they murder their way through the realms, hoping to win the favour of the gods in acts of bravado, immense violence, and fabulous muscle. Warbands are led by Slaughterborns, strapping warriors who pride themselves on carrying weapons as big as themselves. So this is a Slaughterborn. We've obviously seen this guy. He's holding the cool elf heads. He's a really cool model. I like the makeup work they've done on him with like a really cool eyeshadow. 170 points gets you 20 wounds on a toughness 4, 5 attacks at strength 4 with a 2/5 damage. He is no joke in combat. Like 5 attacks on a hero is solid. A lot of them don't have quite that many. He's going to be packing out a decent amount of hits. He's only movement 4, that's probably his downside. And we can compare that to the Tarantulas Brood and their ability to sort of scale walls as well. That's going to have maybe some issues there. Like slowness is definitely going to be an issue for him, so you're going to be spending those doubles more likely on things like rush, and your quads are probably going to be trying to get you, the move and attack and all that sort of stuff. But like when he gets into something, he's going to hit it, and he's going to hit it hard. Really solid for a leader from the Warcry warbands here. Thirsty for violence, the love and display of brutality, which lets them seamlessly take another action after decapitating. So you've got Death Blow for a quad. Add this value of this ability to the damage points allocated to enemy fighters by each hit or critical hit from the next attack action. Maybe a fighter that has a range of 3 or less. That's pretty cool, just being able to add flat ability value to damage. I mean, if you get a quad 6, he's all of a sudden like 8, 11, which is ridiculous. So yeah, he's going to be at like, and this is not any of your fighters because that's just the generic rune mark there for the warband. So this could turn on, like a quad could turn your basic dude in this warband into something quite fearsome, a good quad. Even just adding like 1, even adding a quad 1 to make that 3/6 is really solid. That's every attack on like a high value attack model. That's going to be great. Even a quad 1 works on that, which is cool. I like abilities that work even when you get the low value quads and stuff like that. So like a quad 1 on this is good on a model with lots of attacks. And so we're looking at now the Witch. So while the life of the Darkoath is often short and a bloody affair, those who can hear the words of the ruinous powers are revered. The God Speaker is one such tribe person. So this is really cool. A lot of people love this model. I love that it's holding like some weird eye from some other creature. Clearly not its own eye, much too big. But 12 wounds, 3 and 3, so really slow and pretty frail. But 3/6 for a ranged attack with magic is pretty standard. 1/3, 115 points. I wonder what the abilities are going to be. So here we go. Darkoath Savages, Visions of Glory. Roll a number of dice equal to the value of this ability. For each 5 or 6, you gain 1 additional wild dice. Ooh. That can be used from the start of the next battle round. This is really cool because, like, immediately you think of being able to make quads and stuff like that, right? However, what you can do is, like, this could also be singles to ensure you get the next turn. Trying to make as many different singles as possible with the next roll. This is a really, really solid ability. Okay, I'm really liking this warband. Like, yeah, this could have a lot of impact. Like I said, to be able to like choose priority to get you those quads to do that ability we saw up before. this just has a lot of potential. And you know, the downside will be trying to keep this model alive with just a toughness of 3, move of 3. But I like that its ability doesn't need to be doing anything. It's just a double to do that as well. So like a high double is really solid. You know, you're going to get 3 additional wild dice on average. 2 additional wild dice on average from like a double 6, which is nice. And all that whispering and murmuring will hopefully give you the edge when trying to fulfill your vows. A core part of the fighting style is keeping the murderous momentum. And so a vow fulfilled, another double for the Darkoath Savages until the end of the fighter's activation. Each time an enemy fighter is taken down, you can pick either the fighter's toughness characteristic or the attacks or strength characteristic of one weapon this fighter is armed with. Until the end of the battle, add 1 to the characteristic. That's cool, like being able to use a double after you take something down and then just continually put buffs on your dudes from it. This is something not maybe heard of before, is like enhancing your dudes with their abilities during the game is really nice. Really different design sort of space, and this could be really cool. Stacking points of toughness, strength, or attacks is really cool. So now we get a look at one of the generic warriors. So 75, 2 attacks, 4s, 1-3 is decent. Toughness 4 on your basic dudes is good. 10 wounds is nice compared to the generic sort of 8. 4 movement is, you know, I guess they're let down. They're a little bit slow, but like you can do a decent amount of damage. And like I said, with that quad, even on something like this, he's only got 2 attacks, but if you get like, imagine like a quad 6 on this, all of a sudden there's 2 attacks at straight 4 that are 7-9. That's horrendously good. He's taken down someone like with that. And then the already impressed and proven, and so we've got so what have we got? We got the proven. So we got, these are our generic ones, and the proven, I'm guessing, are the great axe wielding. She's a really sweet model. Really big fan of her. And yeah, of course, it's talking to us about Deathblow again here, that we've already seen. And so yeah, I really like this compared to like all the. They're not as quite straightforward as you would think. Really, this warband, like looking at them, you think Darkoath Savages, you think, oh, this is going to be like Untamed Beast, it's all about just pushing forward and smacking, but there's a lot of like cool tricks with that shaman in the warband, the ability for the shaman there to sort of give you extra wild dust to play around. This almost sort of reminds me of like what Arcan could do in the priority role. Host the Ever Chosen, where I can choose like to see what the priority role is for the next turn and stuff like that. Would be really, really cool. So yeah, I'm a big fan. What do you think of the new Darkoath Savages? If you're into Warcry, I'd love to hear from everyone what they think of this warband. And so that's the end of the video. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine little community here at Cinderfall Gaming, you can do so by following the link in the video's description to our Discord server. Lastly, if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so by either Patreon or YouTube members, or going and purchasing some merch from Teespring, on which you'll find all the links for Patreon, YouTube members and Teespring in the description of the video as well. Lastly, we'd like to give a shout out to all our patrons and YouTube members who help support the channel. It's amazing what you do, and it really helps us get more and more stuff out for the channel. So thank you to our patrons: Christian Weir, James Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lyle, Outer and Shop First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, Dynet226, Anton Nielsen, JJ Austrian, and Average Wargamer. And a special shout out to our YouTube members as well: Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turo12, Vinny, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, and Revan R. Lastly, a special shout out first of all to Lady Witchfox Art for doing all the amazing artwork for the channel you can see here, and to Xmorphic as well for doing an amazing job doing all the background work on our Discord server. Thank you to everyone once again for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, comment below. Thank you all. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.